Hello and welcome. You're watching Afternoon English News with me, Suchitra Rajkumari. First, the headlines. After Torbung and Phaugakchau Ikhai attack, security forces launch search operation at hill situated near Hairok in Tengnoupal district. Security forces recover 16 abandoned ANFO IEDs from Lungdaipai Lainom village junction in Kangbai area under Churachandpur police station. And Parliament winter session concludes. Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha adjourned Sindai amid opposition protest against Vikshit Bharat guarantee for Rojgar and Ajivika Mission Gramin VB Gramji bill. And now the news in a bit more detail. 3 days after armed Kuki militants carry out guns and bombs attack at villagers of Torbung and Phaugakchau Ikhai targeting newly resettled internally displaced persons, security forces today carried out massive search operations at hills situated near Hairok in Tengnoupal district. According to our sources, a team of security forces arrived at Hairok Kampu and Hairok Litan since early morning today, and later they deployed drones and started surveillance at adjoining hills that reportedly comes under Tengnoupal district. A helicopter was also deployed to bring in more security forces personnel, and the combing operations began at around 8:30 a.m. in the surrounding hills. Security forces including Indian Army and CAPF have not issued any official statement regarding the combing operations, and details are awaited about the outcome of the result of the operation. Now, security forces on December 18 recovered 16 abandoned ANFO paste-type improvised explosive devices, IEDs, from Lungdaipai Lainom village junction in Kangbai area under Churachandpur police station in Churachandpur district. Acting on a specific input, the forces conducted search operation and detected the explosives, which posed serious threat to public safety. The recovered IEDs were later safely neutralized by a bomb disposal squad, averting any potential untoward incident in the area. Now, amid the opposition protest over passage of VB Ramji bill, the Lok Sabha was adjourned Sindai on Friday, bringing the 19-day winter session of the Parliament to an end. The adjournment was announced by Lok Sabha Speaker Om Birla after Vande Mataram was played in the House. Subsequently, the Rajya Sabha was also adjourned Sindai. In his valedictory address, Speaker Om Birla said the Lok Sabha recorded productivity of around 111% during the session, with a total of 15 sittings held. He thanked members for their cooperation in ensuring smooth conduct of House proceedings despite frequent disruptions. Rajya Sabha Chairman C.P. Radhakrishnan, in his closing remarks, said the upper house functioned for nearly 92 hours and achieved 121% productivity. He informed that 59 private members' bills were introduced during the session and noted that several high-quality debates were held on issues of historical and democratic importance. Radhakrishnan highlighted a special discussion marking the 150th anniversary of the national song Vande Mataram, in which 82 members participated. He also referred to a discussion on election reforms, during which 57 members shared views on strengthening the country's democratic process. However, the Rajya Sabha chairman expressed concern over disruptions during Thursday's sitting, stating that slogan shouting, a display of placards, interruption of ministers during replies, and throwing of torn papers into the well of the House were conduct unbecoming of members of Parliament. He urged members to introspect and refrain from such unruly behaviors in the future sessions. Parliament on Thursday passed the Viksit Bharat Guarantee for Employment and Livelihood Mission Rural Bill, popularly called G-Ramji Bill, paving the way for replacement of the 2-decade-old Mahatma Gandhi Rural Employment Guarantee Act, Manarega. The legislation, which promises 125 days of rural wage employment annually, was cleared by the Rajya Sabha through voice vote after a midnight debate hours after its passage in the Lok Sabha. The bill's passage triggered strong protest from opposition parties in both houses, with members raising slogans, tearing copies of the legislation, staging walkouts, and demanding that it be withdrawn or referred to a standing committee for detailed scrutiny. Defending the bill after a marathon 5-hour debate in the upper house, Rural Development Minister Sivaraj Singh Chauhan said the overhaul was necessary to correct structural flaws in the existing scheme and boost employment generation, rural development, and national progress. He accused the Congress of politicizing Mahatma Gandhi's name and alleged that Manarega during the UPA regime was marred by corruption and poor utilization of funds. The opposition, however, alleged that dropping Mahatma Gandhi's name undermined Gandhian principles and that the centre was shifting the financial burden onto states, warning that the move would harm the rural economy. Following the bill's passage, opposition parties staged dharana outside Samvidhan Sadan and announced plans for a nationwide agitation, while Trinamool Congress MPs launched a 12-hour protest on the Parliament complex steps. Now, 4 representatives of the Maram Union called on Governor Ajay Kumar Bhalla at Lok Bhavan today. During the meeting, representatives of Maram Union briefed Governor about the grievances and challenges being faced by the Maram people, who are the sole particularly vulnerable tribal group in Manipur. They also briefed Governor on issues related to recognition and documentation of the Maram traditional system, preservation of monoliths and heritage sites, promotion of the Maram dialect, support for cultural festivals, and development of horticulture initiatives. Now, Moirang MLA Thongam Santi inaugurated tiles, flooring, and other renovations of Tera Khongsangbi Awanglekai Lomi Marup Mandob under the MLA Local Area Development Fund LADF 2025-26. The inauguration was attended by Mandob committee members and local residents. Retired principal of Kumbi College L. Gopal, who presided over the function, extended thanks towards the MLA for taking up various developmental works in the constituency, while Laichongbam Irabot mentioned on how Lomi Mandob was named. MLA Shanti highlighted his continued efforts in bringing development to Moirang Assembly constituency with support from Laikai Committee in monitoring quality to prevent substandard work or political interference projects. The MLA also cautioned against misinformation on social media and unnecessary RTI filings that could disrupt Moirang Kendra's progress. He appealed for unity among the public, noting over 5 years of dedicated service to constituencies. The MLA also condemned December 16 attack by Kuki narco-terrorists on internally displaced persons whose resettlement was arranged by the government.
Hinda narco terrorists abadi illegal immigrants na kural dana da landar kul lomai kapsilaga kia kampon ni bese quite the sound is MLA moina ai condemn tokjari adum laba pang da bagi adu makhoi kural dana gi haide bi adu ba narco terrorists ni amadi immigrants na sum laba inna takna sahi sa kya dagi akoi abatoi da khuda bi nei ba akoi yelong mi kuthra bari sibo achet ta da thugai raga akoi gi Manipuri saktam
IPOM Vice President Kumantem Chandramani criticized the statements made by Central Security Forces to hunt miscreants responsible for the incident at Paugakchau Ikai, terming it a belated response. In a joint press conference of MPCM, Ano Basen Mitlon, MPF, WMO, Palem and Ipom held at Manipur Press Club, Khumanthem Chandramani strongly condemned the firing at Phokakchau Ikhai at a time when IDPs began to resettle back to their homes. He stated that representatives of the group of associations visited the site and locals reported of inaction from Central Security Forces during the incident. To counter further hostilities and for self-defense, he appealed the placement of a designated camp of UNLF MPA in the area. Furthermore, he called the incident shocking, which comes at a time after several arms were recovered extensively.
IDP singna hanjin da doriba lan gi chaitheng phangnaba koi mayum thadok tu na chatkraba tongan ba mafam sing chida makoi mekoi na yum da hanjilakpa matam sida makoi bu ngapi sinbi gane na leiriba law enforcement agency sing central force amatun state force sing se masida moi thajaba leitre maram aduna central force amasung state force na ngak pang moi do ko oiragadi makoi gi mamangda khangna una adumak lamin tuen basing sina put thara abanina madu ngak thok nabagi damakta punja singduna hairiba UNLF ki lanmi MPS he tungan ba mafam sing sida thambiro makoi gi designated camp hangan biro aduga aikoi gi ITB sing amaso aikoi gi periphery gi jaga sing se singa khan biro haiba wafam sinelo papung oina aikoi na thamjagi se aduna lengak na yari makai atu matamda UNLF MP gi lanmi sing se tongan ba periphery gi jaga sing sida thambira ka de kem hangan la kan da aikoi gi atu matamda aikoi yum da changagani ana haiba ITB sing se mayum da hanjan biu haiba wafam se koi thamjagi.
It is now time for a short break. We'll be right back.
Great opportunity for local operators. SKTV is expanding. Come and be a part of SKTV revolution with high-speed internet, IPTV along with OTT and other benefits. We are building stronger connections through franchising. Become a local cable operator and provide reliable information and entertainment to your neighbors. Unlock your growth with our technology and top-tier service. So if you're looking for exclusive partnership opportunities, then please call us at 700-5259-437 or 897-420-9157.
Welcome back. Manipur security forces destroyed 119 acres of illegal poppy cultivation during a major operation on December 18 in Ukhrul district, highlighting intensified crackdown on narcotics production in hill areas. The operation focused on LM Block, Yaolen Jepu and Lamlai Chingpai area, where security teams cleared extensive poppy fields. As part of the action, 24 huts found at the plantation sites were burnt, with officials saying these structures were likely used by cultivators and workers involved in the illegal activity. December 18 operation followed a coordinated drive a day earlier when Manipur security forces along with Ukhrul District Forest Department destroyed large tracts of poppy fields across the same locations. On December 17, officials reported that about 140 acres of poppy plantations were identified and eliminated, and 16 makeshift huts were set on fire during the clearance exercise. Security forces on December 18 arrested 4 cadres of the proscribed Pambay-led UNLF from different locations in Imphal West District in connection with hijacking of a truck carrying boxes of iced fish from Maharabi Paidinga stretch under Sekmai police station earlier in the day. The arrested members were identified as Boris Sagolsem, 25 of Yaripok, Laimanai, Imphal East District, Herojit Sharma, 32 of Yaripok, Bisnu Nahamayai Laikai, Thawal District, Asem Amar Maitai, 20 of Sabal Awang Laikai, Bisnupur District, and Muhammad Salman Khan, 35 of Yaripok, Tulihal, Imphal East District. The hijacked truck, along with the boxes of iced fish, was recovered, while 2 tipper trucks used to shift and transport the fish were also seized. The drivers and handymen of the seized vehicles were also arrested and have been identified as Pukrambam Mukesh Singh, 23 of Torbung Bangla, Bisnupur District, Waikhom Bijen Maitai, 31, and Laukrakpam Sitaljit, 32, both from Yaripok, Nungai Pokpi, Mamang Lekay, Imphal East District. A combined team of Kakching Forest Range and Palel Beat Office carried out a drive against bird poaching traps at Lausipat area and seized 6 bird traps. The drive was carried out last night under the supervision of DFO of Thaubal Forest Division, Dr. Laisangthem Jesili, and was led by Range Officer Huidrom Sundar along with staffs of Palel Beat Office. The proscribed Zeliangrong United Front, ZUF, has questioned why Genjui faction claims to be aggrieved by destruction of poppy plantations, farmhouses, and other materials used by Kuki refugees illegally occupying Zeliangrong land. In a press note issued by Ministry of Information and Publicity, ZUF clarified that it has no nexus or linkage with any underground group while conducting drive to destroy illicit poppy plantations within its ancestral land. It further alleged that Genjui and his sides were terminated after it was proven that they had sold approximately 10 arms to one of the Kuki underground groups and for betraying the principles and interests of the Zeliangrong people. It also accused Genjui faction of supporting the demand for a separate administration by Kukis and for misleading public. A social awareness and action to neutralize pneumonia successfully, SAANS, S-A-A-N-S, campaign 2025-26 was inaugurated at Indian Medical Association IMA State Branch today. Jointly organized by Directorate of Health Services Manipur and State Health Society NHM Manipur, the event was attended by Directorate of Health Services Manipur Director Dr. N. Hemantakumar, Child Health State Health Society NHM Manipur SNO Dr. A. Sylvia, and Family Welfare Director Dr. N. Binu. The campaign will be carried out in all the districts in Manipur until 28 of February 2026. Speaking on the occasion, Director Dr. N. Hemantakumar said that children under 5 years of age risk succumbing to pneumonia, but with effective treatments, it can be avoided. He remarked the need to understand the medical services provided in primary, secondary, and tertiary health centers in identifying treatments for children. Speaking further, he noted that health of a child is directly linked to infant mortality rate and stressed the need to access services provided by healthcare professionals and called for timely intervention for prevention of these diseases.
Mana lungs infection has a sanga candidate, Monata, have to a Padwin. Naridi and the mild stays the hand with it. And a pick bangang sing Chinamogi, Moy the thing of a science in the Hansing, Kenny, only Masara complaint or Caneva. I look we, Napun Pulli, Chan White, I have to anti hansing, the two hybrids who hate them. And the Mama sings in a home with Kanga, the yard. We grassroots care workers in the Pope, or Manapa, primary health center to Yera. Alagi akhoi hosikandi akhoi import torabani am ngai lerising chikwa ma tawdana mogi level le pura matung dagi diam effort on gi dui deba ada angang pneumonia gi early sign symptom leba khudimok me pugudab din natte adana mafam matam jana akhoi na karum kan da pudui no ji khangi da mum change angang singji phajana feeding yarakta so homo wasalak se si akhoi na minu ubo ko ne sai chadun kapaga so angang na hajera kon te ma si ma pa sumai tawdana sigi early keno chi tawkanda akhoi ahan bagi the mild casing is the Maruan of Peggy, gassing Siam, Puntundalandaba, and the gate short Lahondaba, ventilator, well ventilator, and the Lumhanba, Simasiam, Yumda of the other.
Department of Statistics, Manipur University organized 6-day workshop on data analysis using Excel and SPSS at the department's conference hall today. On the inaugural day, MU School of Human and Environmental Sciences Dean Professor S. Jibon Kumar, School of Mathematical and Physical Sciences MU Dean Professor Sumitra Panjobam, and MU Department of Statistics Head Professor Salam Opendra attended as key dignitaries. Speaking on the occasion, workshop convener Dr. M. Banita said that the workshop was held to educate on real-life applications of statistics, highlighting that it has positive impacts in society. Around 60 participants attended the inaugural event today.
Hauragliba Satra Amadi Higher Studies to reverse scholar Amasung Atopa Tongan ba field the tabak tawriba singda statistics haibasi karino masigi kanaba karino masi matogram na apply tawgani haibagi khanghan ba aduni haiba workshop asida statistics se matogram na apply tawgani amasung masigi kanaba method asi apply tawna ba software sin aduna akona data analysis tawgani haibadu tambigani haiba workshop asida charakna participants humpu henbana saruk yari.
First AAFA Global Summit 2025 was held under the theme Connecting Spirituality and Cosmetic Gynecology at Savannah She Matters Women's Academy, kay Samthong Longjam Leirak. Dr. L. Usharani, Dr. K. Tomba, Dr. T. Bilasini, Dr. Madhuri Patel, and Dr. Savannah Chongtham were present at the event. Speaking at the event, Savannah She Matters Women's Academy founder Dr. Savannah Chongtham said, cosmetic gynecology is an advanced method of treatment provided by gynecologists, emphasizing that gynecologists must understand various difficulties faced by women. Citing examples, she explained that conditions such as uterine prolapse and urinary leakage, while coughing and sneezing can be effectively treated through appropriate surgical procedures.
Spirituality, divine feminine. We're just talking about divine femininity, spirituality, nupi magi magun. Hanadi ako ki nupi ki magun je amna foundom. Magun foundom hairagadi power hairagadi law banate, undergon to banate, mifu banate, wangang banate. But ako ki manang dalaiba quality, divinity, aduna adu restore to na bonarapa through cosmetic gynecology.
Manipur Progressive Pig Farmers Association, MAPPFA, organized its 4th General Body Meeting at Manipur Press Club today. The meeting was attended by former and present officials of the organization. Speaking to media persons, MAPPFA Joint Secretary Rustam Ngangom stated that 90% of pork meat in Manipur is imported from other states, putting a stiff competition to local pig farmers despite appeals to withdraw its import. He added that unavailability of medicines for pigs during flu outbreak put further stress on the farmers. He emphasized that in order to avoid such incidents, the association had provided several workshops in this regard.
Damnamsida putoksudna hariba thangagi wat plekanaba koi association na kan fonda jaduna ngasi bawdu lakose kharma khaidi naba na koi kan phatia na ngasi bawdu main challenges se SF se koi vaccine julai taba treatment tawna basu lai taba ba pasiki SF se koi gi main challenges se biosecurity sina kano koi nga na base adi when mafam fam khudingi chatuna biosecurity nga khana ba training na jingba awareness na jingba koi piduna lagli Handaki ang mga jaba mana mamang hogi ba sei sinta paktat ana Manipur ba tuan ba do atpangti oitre hadak sei gidi epicenter ahum khak kaksing Imphal samadi surchampur natana hamgumna 297 epicenters leba tupakti kamdir masimak mafaki achoba role ne na ai thamjati.
Moving on to international news. Unrest have been reported in Bangladesh after a prominent leader of Bangladesh's student uprising last year died while undergoing treatment at a Singapore hospital after fighting for 6 days for his life. Sharif Osman Hadi, a spokesperson for the Inqilab Mancha platform and a candidate in the general elections, was shot in the head by masked assailants last week while launching his election campaign in Dhaka. Soon after the news of the 32-year-old youth leader's death broke out, thousands of protesters took to the streets in Dhaka and other parts of Bangladesh to demand that his killers be arrested. The demonstrations were marked by emotionally charged slogans invoking Hadi's name, with protesters vowing to continue their movement and demanding swift justice. Several areas remain tense, with additional police and paramilitary forces deployed to prevent further violence. Offices of Bangladesh's prominent newspapers such as Prothom Alo and Daily Star were set ablaze by angry mob. Meanwhile, police in Bangladesh also launched a manhunt for the attackers who shot Hadi, releasing photographs of 2 key suspects and offering a reward of 5 million taka for information leading to their arrest. Dhaka police spokesman Muhammad Talebur Rahman also said that border security has been put on high alert. On the other hand, Muhammad Yunus, who is the interim leader, addressed to the nation late Thursday night and announced Hadi's death and promised swift action to nab his killers. And now the weather report. According to ICAR Regional Center Lamphelpat, state's maximum temperature was recorded at 24 degrees Celsius, while the minimum temperature was 6.8 degrees Celsius. The maximum relative humidity measured to be around 92% in the morning and only 44% in the evening. And now, before we wrap up the headlines once more. After Torbung and Pogakchawikai attacks, security forces launched search operations at hills situated near the Hairok in Tengnoupal district. Security forces recovered 16 abandoned ANFO IEDs from Lungdaipai Lainom village junction in Kangvai area under Churachandpur police station. And Parliament winter session concludes. Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha adjourned sine die amid opposition protest against Vikshit Bharat guarantee for a Rojgar and Ajivika Mission Grameen VBG Ramji bill. That is all the news we have for now. Keep watching for more news updates.